What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Just gonna get started soon. Right, BHVN. Let's check the gappers. I think this is an acquisition. Yeah, it's an acquisition. The way the price is trading, it's clear that it's an acquisition. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. I don't trade acquisitions. BHVN. EVAX. What's up with EVAX? So it's gapping up from 240s to 340s, 380s. It's sliding though. That's the problem, is sliding down. So this might be a fader. I don't think it has strength to actually take out the highs. If it does, the level to keep an eye is 360s. If it starts to take that out, even then, it might be difficult to take out 380s. So I will keep it, but I'm not going to be concentrating on it too much. So let's check our IVN. 2360 is gapping up slightly, trying to fill the gap up. Heavily beaten down stock, and trying to sort of have a dead cat bounce, I guess. This might provide some decent opportunities. RIVN, I'll keep it. Just remove it from the list here. Gap. Okay. Is it really? Mic is quiet. Hold on a second. Let me just set up. Okay, let's have a look. Mic is quiet. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's check the settings. Sure. Morning, Mano. Morning, OSS. Welcome. Let me just sort out the mic. I don't know why it's so quiet. There might be this issue here. Okay, auto level 4. All right. I don't know whether this works, but how's this now? Is this better, or shall I start shouting? It's probably me, Oasis. I'm a bit quieter. It's still early, you know. Once things start to heat up, you the it depends on the situation, really. Interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna try and fix it later. Let's go through this watch list. I'm trying to look at the gappers at the moment. Okay, that's done. And what about the gap downs? UPST. This is probably earnings play. Yep, that's earnings followed by earnings yesterday. Post market was the earnings. Really bad reaction to the earnings. So negative. This could provide something. UPST. How much is the gap on this? So we're talking about 80s to 32s. What the? Phew, that's bad. UPST. Going from 80s all the way to 32s, that is just, that's brutal. That's just brutal. I'm gonna be very careful. Be very careful trading this to the short side. There will be bigger bounces. If the bounce comes, it might be quite big, according to to the range that we have. So yeah, trade this opportunity will be there. Cleaner moves, yes. Emotional moves, yes. But be careful shorting it. If anything, I think it might pop. But if it doesn't, then actually the weakness might continue as well. I will not rule that out. But just be careful. Maybe tighten your stops a little bit. So I will keep an eye on all UPST. Massive, massive gap down. It's because of the bad earnings, I guess. Right, BSC. Similar scenario, BSC also down because of the earnings, and it's already beaten down massive, as you can see. This stock is just flushing down, really full of emotions on the daily as well. You can see. I mean, we're talking. It's already down from 22s all the way to 8s, and how much is it going to go down? Well, it could go down to 0, but I there's not much volume on this one for me to be interested, and plus I like to short things, and this is just not gonna provide that much of a opportunity unless it starts bouncing towards 14s and 15s. So I'm gonna leave that alone. GDRX. GDRX is gap down again because of earnings. Now you see this. This is quite normal after the gap down from earnings. A little bit of a healthy pullback, dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it, happens, and then it starts to continue down. So this might be better compared to the other one, GDRX, but the volume still is worrying. It's less than 10 million, which is just it doesn't work for me. On the daily, sorry, the volume on the daily is very low, right? Okay, Peloton. So Peloton is also gapping down because of earnings, I believe. Yep, today, just a while ago, earnings was released. So it's gapped down. Beautiful price movements here, right there. I mean, Oasis, if you look at this, that's just very, very ideal PBAW setup, plus the other one, the VWAF8. Two setups working together. Beautiful, really clean move, and yeah, just overall really decent look. So now having a look at this, if anything, if it's gonna provide anything like that, then yeah, we'll keep an eye on this Peloton. We'll see. The bounce is quite normal for it to trying to bounce, and it's trying to regain some of its lost price action. But I think once we start to show some sign of weakness coming into it, then we can start to look for shorts. However, if it starts to hold above VWAP for a while, for the first 30 minutes or so, then trying to be careful shorting it. Nice. Peloton, yeah. Yesterday was, yeah. After the open, there was some decent opportunities, to be honest. But later on, it got a bit choppy. I don't know where you took it, but yeah, it looks interesting. Anyway, so that's, I think, pretty much it for the gappers. If anything else you have on the side, let me know. But I'm gonna post this in Discord, the watch list. How did it work out yesterday with Peloton? Oh, PLTR. Okay, PLTR we had on the list, yeah. PLTR, let's have a look if I can. So let's just try to guess where you took it. Did you take it here? Or you took it here? Or here? Not the cleanest on PLTR. I was looking at it, possible shorting opportunities here. I think I wasn't paying attention to it here. Probably might have taken it here, but yeah, just not the cleanest. But still, there was some setups there for sure. Okay, I get you. I get you. So you started early and then you added back. Yeah, I sometimes do that. Yeah, that's yeah. There was not much of a difference between that the zone that you took in. So your average is about 760s, something like that. Yeah, decent trade. Good man. Anyways, let's have a look at the SPY. So SPY is gapping up 404s. We are hitting 404s. 404s, remember, is a level for us. That's 405, 404s, actually 405s. So let's bring the upper levels to the bottom. 405, 406, and maybe 405. So those two zones. So we got 404, 405s, and 406. This zone here, if it does go into that zone, I think we might see some sort of a rejection coming in from this area. We'll see. At the moment, it looks strong, very stable move up. This is what you call stable move, no parabolics or anything. Goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back. Decent, healthy pullback, and then carries on. So this is your stable, kind of like a much more accurate uptrend. So if this stays true for the rest of the open, then we might see some continuation. We might even see the break of that if this stays the way it is, the price action. So on SPY is kind of again, I am kind of looking for a bounce coming in on it. Yes, it's really weak, shown weakness, but the way it's trading right now, kind of looks strong. And plus, we are at the low end of the range. We might see a day or two's bounce coming in. When the bounce comes in, it might be a big one. Um, but having said that, this zone is what we are watching. So if it does get to that and starts rejecting, don't mind shorting. Yes, sir. So that's the thing with SPY. It's broken down the main levels that we were watching, and it's according to the daily, it's very weak. But SPY is your, the market is not your normal. You can't really sort of use a traditional technical analysis to SPY or the market. You just have to sometimes be thinking outside the box. So you want to be like thinking a complete opposite of what the general audience might be. So right now it's looking very, very weak, right? So now I'm thinking, yes, it does look weak, but it might also look strong. So sorry to confuse you, but um, it's just it's just the way SPY trades. You can never like, especially if something looks too clean and too obvious, it usually is the opposite. So well, that's for that reason. I'm not going to be very short biased. I'm going to be 50-50 on it. If it does provide some decent opportunity, long or short, I'll take it. PLTR was very weak yesterday, gap down, did a nice red move. I really expected this to bounce a little bit before it went down. So that shows that this is actually quite weak. And today's bounce might not hold that long. So depending on the price action later today, shorting opportunity might be there. However, if it starts to take out 780s or 8s, this area here, then we can see some sort of a momentum coming into the upside. Right, it has to be breaking that. So that's PLTR. RIVN again, looks very, very weak. at the low end of the range. Again, very similar to PLTR actually. Have a look at the daily. Very similar, right? So the same thing, same concept basically. The only thing is 2580 on this one. If it does go up and attacks the highs, is quite far away. So the levels are quite far away. So if the long opportunity comes in on RIVN, it might be better off taking RIVN. DraftKings, very again beaten down stock. 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row red. What was that? Okay, 3 days in a row. This is the 4th day now, so we might see slight bit of a dead dead cat bounce coming in. It's already bouncing though from the close. It's 11.50, so close was around 11 and then 50 cents bounce, which might be enough for a dead cat bounce, but I would have preferred it to bounce towards 12s, maybe even more. Then we can look to short it. So today, be careful on these that's beaten down stocks. They could be choppy, very choppy. Facebook, 3rd day red, continues to show weakness, but also yesterday I felt like it showed a bit of a strength. That's why I took one long here. It's not as weak as it used to be. These days used to be great trading days. But these days it's like it just goes down and holds it and starts to curl back up. So it does get a bit choppy to trade, but I feel like it might be gearing up for a, I don't know, possible reversal. So I'm even thinking about swinging this thing once I start to see some sort of a reversal in a few days, in a week's time. So we'll see. We'll keep that. Not very strongly biased towards the upside or down. I'm just gonna trade what I see. NW is the new one that I added. I don't like the volume on it, although this day is the most volume for a while, apart from these days. But it's still under 20 million volume for a $24 stock. So if I'm going to be trading this, it's going to have to be a very, very good volume coming into it. So a little bit of a long bias on it because it's done this strong daily yesterday and closed strong as well. So if we see anything a push above and staying above 24s, then we could pretty much today basically is the VWAP would be the guide to watch for. Right, Peloton, we discussed that earlier. It's just reversing back, trying to sort of reverse back to the upside, maybe even gap fill, because but we'll see. UPST, this poor UPST, man, this one is just it's just not good. So it's bouncing, it's trying to bounce, but is it strong enough to bounce, up towards 40s and even more? We'll see. But I think if you're going to trade this, be careful because it's going to be a bigger range stock. So we're talking within the last 10 minutes, it's been 32 to 30. Not really, actually. I thought it was going to be a much bigger range. Yeah, there might be. What's the spread on it? Spread. Yeah, it's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad. Right now, it's providing some decent opportunity for a short. So this could provide something decent. Okay, we'll keep that. EVAX is drifting down. This, I believe, is an all-day fader. This might fill the gap. So the target might be 240. But to short these, you have to be able to short it first of all, and it's expensive as well. EVAX. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let's keep an eye on SPY, see what it does around that level, and we'll take it from there. Let's go. Interesting. Hello. Why is it? Hold on a second. I think I have a problem with the mic. What's going on? Interesting. So I don't know whether this works, guys. I hope this works because I think it's just too many softwares running in the background. That's the thing. Streaming isn't easy. Who said it was going to be easy, right? So let me know if this is better. I'm so sorry. I should have warned you, man. Shit. Yeah, I think my mic wasn't actually on the streaming, but it was on the voice changer. So yeah, I should warn them. I should definitely warn them. I might cut to this point if the audio was very bad earlier on. So we've got about 2 minutes to go. Let's do this, guys. Anything you want me to have a look at? Anything that I haven't covered? You might have a watch list that you want me to cover quickly. Again, today I'll be waiting at least 5 minutes before I take any trades. I'll try to avoid what I did yesterday, which is breaking my rule of early entries. Okay, let's cover U. This is pretty similar. As you can see, this U is pretty similar to the price action we saw on I think PLTR and RIVN. Very beaten down stock. It's at the low end of the range, basically. It's right at the lows. It's going to be difficult to trade it. For me, I don't like to see that if I'm going to be shorting it. Yes, there might be shorting opportunity, but I really would like this to bounce because these things can bring something like this. Look, if it's beaten down, you could have something a day like this, which is going to be extremely difficult to trade. It's going to be probably a dead cat bounce like this. So chances of these days happening here is quite high. So that's why I'm going to be very careful on PLTR, RIVN, and U as well if you're looking at it, because you have to remember right at the bottom of the range, which is what you don't want to be shorting at around. Hope that makes sense. And then let's look at Uber. Uber is also beaten down, but I think what's happening with Uber is not as beaten down as the other ones. Yeah, it's been a lot of chop coming in, but yeah, this is much better because this one is not as bad looking as the other ones, and it's also bouncing towards 24s, which I like to see. Yeah, this is far better. You know, if the bounce holds, it might continue to go towards 2450s and 25s. There's not much of a level on 24. Yeah, 2480 is a level, so you might want to keep an eye on that. 2480 level. Let's draw that up. The market is open, guys. So best of luck. Don't rush it. Take it easy. Don't be like me. Awesome, Manu. Yeah, do post. Look, you wanna be using. I don't understand why people don't use that trade reviews section of the channel. Crazy amount of information you can get out of that. It's like somebody's telling you post your, you know, or is, it's trying to sort of teach you a new skill, and they're telling you that you do it, you do that action, and I will let you know whether you're doing it correctly or not. Right? So I don't understand why people don't use that. Do use it. I'll definitely encourage to use it, even if it's something silly. That's how you're gonna learn. Uber is popping, as you can see. There's some strength coming into Uber. This could be a dead cat bounce. It's already gapped up and it's continuing. So the bounce play could come in. To be honest, on this one, it's already come in. Look, 24 breaks. That's your long. If you were taking some sort of a dead cat bounce plays, longs on these beaten down stocks, which is quite valid. I'll be careful around 2450s, 2440s to 2480s. So plenty of room to go. At the moment, it's got room to go until 2470s. So yeah, looks good. DraftKings is lift is also bouncing. PLTR is bouncing. So yeah, mostly. What about SPY? SPY is gapped up and continues to hold this gap. Is it gonna hold 406? Is it gonna reject from it? We'll see. Look at that. Look at the Uber go. This is what I meant. Beaten down stocks can easily bounce very quickly, and shorting opportunity could be really limited. This Uber looks relatively strong compared to others. So I'll be careful shorting it unless it starts to really sort of grind down. Let's keep an eye on our SPY. SPY looks strong, guys. It's trying to sort of, this is your healthy pullback, and if it starts to take this 406 out, this is really this might be a potential opportunity on SPY. Let's see if we have anything else on it. Apple is looking decently strong. AMD is not very clean. FB not very clean, pretty similar to AMD. Tesla coming down. So most of these are coming down, which means SPY might be coming down. There you go. That's it. Yep. So sometimes I don't just look at SPY and say that Tesla is going to come down. Sometimes Tesla, Apple, those big names starts to come down. It's going to pull the market with it as well. You have to look at it that way as well, not just look at it from one side, right? This was the prime example of that. Okay, PLTR looks to be continuing down. The rejection from this one was very hard. So I'm looking for a possible shorting opportunity on PLTR, guys. 750 bounce would be nicer. Yeah. PLTR. Having a look at the PLTR, I mean, from drop from 770s to 740s is not much, but it's a low price stock. So that is, when it comes to percentage, that's quite a bit. Dollar wise, it's not. But you have to look at it from a percentage point of view. Daily is very weak and it's taking out that yesterday's lows, which is an area where it could bounce from 730s. So this is an area we're testing now. See what it does. And there goes SPY. Our SPY goes like that. So this goes like that, then obviously the rest is not gonna hold. The rest isn't gonna hold. Look at the Facebook. Pretty much all the things that we have. Oh, okay, this was a decent opportunity here actually. Peloton. But I was kind of expecting this to bounce a bit. Maybe not. Peloton. Alright guys, PLTR is showing extreme weakness. This one has SSR on. It still has SSR on from this day, that the 34th. How is it still? Okay. So this is quite interesting, guys. This is the weakest of them all at the moment. However, having a look at DraftKings is also looking very weak. Daily is better on DraftKings because it's gapped up just like Uber did, but this one's showing weakness. Ooh, it might not give us a chance though. Not a great look, but FB, Facebook, not very clean, but there might be some opportunity on Facebook as well. But you might want to keep it a little bit flexible with your stop because you can't keep it very tight. Usually Facebook likes to wick you out. Okay, our IVN is going down. I'm looking at Facebook as well, possible shorting opportunity, Facebook. Okay, still waiting. I might have missed on this one, guys. Facebook, if it does give me a good price, I'll take it. Short 198, 199 maybe. 78. Ooh. Just worried about the SPY though. Just being a bit careful because it's still early for me and SPY is bouncing. And this is just a bit choppy. 199.20s. Got 199.20s. I started 199.20s to 199 around 20s right there. 20 somethings just over. Now the close of the VWAP over the VWAP will be the stop. But if it does reject from the VWAP, starts to come down, I might add to it as well. So short Facebook 199.23 is around that area. I might add to it now. PLTR gave us a nice opportunity, but I could not take it because I was paying attention to Facebook. PLTR, but also DraftKings. We'll see where it takes us. Facebook's looking okay at the moment. It's attacking this low here. It's bouncing off of it, but the more it attacks, the faster the move out of it's going to be, hopefully. So let's go get some breakdown on Facebook. But if SPY starts to bounce, then it might not be good. So far so good. So far so good. We've got our 1 hour at the moment. I could take my partial right now as it is bouncing, but I'm very greedy, guys. So I really want around 198. Now this is going to be a crucial one, guys. This bounce will be a crucial one. If it gets to VWAP, it might actually break the VWAP. But if it doesn't, then that will be the continuation to the downside, hopefully, which is looking really good. Yep, I might add 60s. Around 78. I've added around 78. Trying to get a better price, basically. Yeah. So yeah, now I need it to be breaking very, very quickly. Otherwise, I'll cut it short, some of it. Like, come on, break that. Yep. Come on. Boom, come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So 88s, I took a quick one. Around 197.88. Although I don't really like to take my partial very quickly like that, but it's still early, and the partial is not that big anyway. So just want to bank in some. Boom, let's go. AMD is looking interesting. AMD, guys, AMD. Why don't I have that? Might have been late on it, guys. 88.50 rejection, 88.50 rejection, 88.20s. There was the. It might still not be late under 88, but your stop is huge now. Yeah, god damn it, I missed it. This one looks much cleaner as well. I have missed quite a few of my setups today. Very clean setups. This was, yeah. Anyways, anywho, we can't be complaining too much. 198, this right here is looking good. It's gonna, if it starts to wash, it's gonna take out the lows, hopefully. There we go. That's it. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. This was the real partial, okay? This was the real partial. That should have been the real partial right about now, 197.30s. 197s, 197.20s. All right, 197.20s. 197 around this area here, guys. around close to 20s, I think 17s or something. Let's say so that's second partial done. Now when I take my second partial, that's already a great trade. So this is a headache or hassle-free trade. I can even put my stop to break even now and just don't worry about it. Let the rest run. It has potential to go down to 96, 196 yesterday's close. That's where it's probably going to have a good bounce from. But my stop is already at break even, big enough to be flexible on this trade. So hope you guys, I don't know whether you traded them or not. There was a lot of opportunities, guys. The way SPY is trading, it's going to bring a lot of opportunities. SPY was a short here, I mentioned earlier as well when it was bouncing. RIVN I mentioned right now even is a short here with a 30-cent stop. I might take this. This is a bit of a chase. I feel like it's a bit of a chase, but the short is there. Let's have a look. Okay, 42s, short 42s. Okay. Now, on this one, we could see a bounce coming in, but as long as it doesn't close above this 23.75, I'm fine with that. RIVN short. And if it does take the lows out, we'll see how far it goes. This might stop at 23.30s, but ideally I wanted to get to 23s for my partial. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's breaking that level. And you see this volume coming in? Look at the difference. Look at the difference between the volume here on this pullback and look at the break of a certain level. Small little things like this, you got to pay attention to. Look at the volume come in with this break. So that gives me confidence in the trade. So what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that I don't have to actually take my partial very quickly right here, right? As long as the momentum is, okay with the volume, I can hold off on my partials. But if it starts to act complete opposite, then I don't mind changing my mind as well. What happened to you guys? Are you guys sleeping? Where are you guys? Look at my Facebook. Look at my Facebook, bro. Come on, guys. Wake up. You can't be sleeping in this kind of environment. Dude, the AMD miss just bothering me. AMD miss was big. But really clean. Really clean. Beautiful trade it would have been. Not that this isn't. This is a good trade, for sure. Dude, BE. Break even on Uber. Let's check Uber in a minute. What did you take long on it? You took long on it? Somewhere around 24s, 24 longs. Oh, my RIVN is looking decent. Come on, break towards 23s. And I'm a happy bunny. Yes, sir. Looking decent. 2420. 2420 on. I'm looking at this. Come on, Facebook. $24.20 short on Uber, right? Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Let's put Uber just in case, so we can go back to it quickly. So 24.20 short, so rejection of high of day rejection, okay. 24.20 short. Interesting. Oh, it could have been this short and then you got, okay, all right. Do post it in the reviews and then we'll talk about it later when you get the chance. But let's cash in some right now. What are we looking at? FP is doing well. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go FP. One more round. Our RIVN is doing all right. Yes, sir. This week is even better for me. Now, tried to go and come back into this zone. It didn't. But it's trying again, though. That's the problem. Trying again. There's heavy pressure coming in from both sides. So there's a battle going on at the moment. 23.40s and 23.20s. 20 cents. This is not acting the way I want it to. It needs to be after, especially after this, it needs to be washing down towards 23. Now, SSR is on. Just remember, it's not going to be very, very aggressive when it does wash down. But it could be something like this. Now, again, a lot of people who do the trading education and everything, they will take 1 hour, even less than 1 hour, and they will say, okay, we have a winner, 1 hour. Let's take our partials. And, they will have more winners like that, yes. But in the long run, they probably lose out because if you start taking partials very quickly, then that screws up your RR badly, very badly. So that's why I don't take. Here was my 1 hour partial. I'm not okay with that. I'm almost always looking for 2 hours at least. Oh, depending on the strategy as well. Most of my strategies, I look for 2 hours for the first partial and then the rest 3, 4, 5 hours. This is looking okay as long as it doesn't take this out. If it does take that out, I'll be a bit careful on it. But right now it's looking good with these wicks. That's the rejection coming in from these 23.40 levels, which is a really good sign for us. DraftKings. However, reversal coming in on SPY though, that might not help the trades we are in. RIVN might be different, but look at SPY. Okay, let's have a look at the volume though. Volume is dying down, so yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty much the healthy pullback, 403 rejection. So if that's the case, then I might add to Facebook as well. Right, Facebook I might look into adding. I'm just gonna wait a few more candles to close and see what it does. Sometimes it's worth the wait. And that's a big bounce on Facebook. $199 break. Yeah, on the RIVN, yeah, you could have gotten a break even on that, but I'm kind of holding it at the moment. I'm kind of holding. I haven't been out on RIVN. I know I expect a bit of a chop coming in. Now, the thing is now I can put my hard stop here. Because I know this stop run or whatever you want to call it, the wick happened. And I feel like this is a much stronger area for me to rely my stop on. 2350 as well. Big level. Facebook, let's have a look. Okay, adding on Facebook. Just looking for a better entry. See if this closes. I'm gonna wait until the last few seconds of this bar candle. It seems at the moment right now the candle is strong, so I'm gonna wait on that rejection to come in properly. If not, it's gonna take me out on break even. I'm still waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to take me out. Yeah, I'm out. Break even 199.10. So yeah, it just overshot a little bit more than I expected. So we'll see. Yeah, you might have that stop. You had that hard stop, yeah? This is not my hard stop. It's just for visual purposes for the stream. I almost like 90% of the time I don't use hard stops straight away after my my trade. I don't. Now Facebook is a different example. You see, it's given me two partials already. There's no point in me keeping my mental stop. Right here, when it was trading here, I didn't have my hard stop, right? So that's why I keep my mental stop so that I don't get wicked out, and then I start putting my hard stop if I see some swing highs or some swings coming in. So in Rivian's case, RIVN's case, now that's my hard stop. Around 23.55 is the hard stop because it had enough of a swing for me to actually put my stop behind. At this point, it didn't have. This was the little rejection, but that was just tiny. You can't consider that a big swing. I hope that makes sense, Manu. Now, if this takes me out, guys, this is going to be a very small loser for me. My initial stop was actually, remember, here. I could still keep it above the close of the VWAP for sure, but the way it's acting, I would rather exit early than to wait on it to attack the VWAP. Plus, the SPY is bouncing, so I'm not really. I might even exit it right now, guys. 2351 is holding, so 2351 held. I saw 2351. I don't know whether I can go back. 23. Anyways, don't want to mess up the time and sales. But as I was looking at 2351, that was holding. Now that is something. If it does break, 2355 is going to get taken out. So probably will exit 2353 or something like that. This is your typical SPY V reversals. You see the shape? That's your V reversal. That is your V reversal. Yep. Here goes 2330 RIVN. Let's go. SPY is washing down a little bit. Now you might think, why didn't I take this out here somewhere? I could have easily, right? But the thing with Facebook is you require for your runner to have a huge room. If it was any other stock, I probably would have left it exited here somewhere, ideally over 198 close, somewhere there. But because Facebook requires some room, that's why I gave it room. But decent trade, definitely decent trade. The remaining batch almost break even, and also 2 partials, which is great. I was about to take some here, but I just couldn't, not fast enough. But I'll get there one day. See, this rejection is not good for Facebook. Coming into 200. Yep, that rejection is not good. This rejection is a really good sign for if you were still in it. Now here's the thing. Here's an example. Let's say you're short here, right? Let's say you're short here for the rejection of any level, like let's say 199.50, right? And then you put your stop 199.60, 70, whatever it is. This wick, that's what we call a stop run, right? This wick is going to take you out, or anything like that. That's just an example. And then after this wick confirms the stop run happened, the highs happened, at least if it's temporary. You can now put your hard stop over that. You can now put your hard, because it got badly rejected from it. Now, if it's strong enough, it's going to take it out again. There you go. So it seems like it's strong enough, right? Now you would be out. That's the difference. Now you would be out here, right? At this point, when you entered here, although yes, you're keeping in mind that you're going to be exiting on the close above this level, but you don't, well, I don't have that mental stop. Sometimes I'll be exiting early, sometimes I'll be exiting a bit late because of my mental stop, yes, but it all works out if you have discipline to actually stick to your stops, to your plan. This is a clear V reversal, guys. Look at this V reversal. This is just confirmed that pullback to the to this area here, and then it's starting to climb back up again. So let's see if it actually goes into this. Have a look at this, guys. When I mentioned 405 and 406 zone is going to pop towards that and it starts to reject from it. This is exactly what it did. Popped, couldn't break through the 406 and then started rejecting. That's when I started ideally shorts. Yeah, I'm by the way, I forgot to mention, guys, I'm out on RIVN, just for the information purposes. I'm out RIVN. I think I got on 23.55 or something like that. Still a good trade, I would say. Still a good trade. Just didn't have the continuation. Very clean at this point. But you see, when I was mentioning here, I didn't like the price action over here. So sometimes it does give you some telltale sign of, it doesn't want to really do what you expect it to do. It would have been lovely if this actually took out the 200 EMA and then comes down and stays below it. And that's a really good thing. But it didn't. It just went on and off. Usually it shouldn't do that if you have a weak stock. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's have a look at your U, Mano. Your U is looking interesting for a possible short under 51. The problem with this is you'll have to have 51.50, so 50 cents, actually more than 50 cents, What is the spread on it? About 20 cents. Spreads are about 10 to 20 cents. What's the volume like? It's just a bit. It's not the cleanest. No, it's not the cleanest, to be honest. It was a really nice, decent one here. Now it's attacking that VWAP. Let's see if it holds here. 51.18. But the volume coming in, so that might not hold. The volume came in. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So this is not possible. I don't like it already, the way the price looks. This seems like a nice grind up reversal. This is the pattern that I see quite a lot. So you will see a slow drift down, or actually fast drift down, but then what you will see is a slow grind up. These usually are very stronger reversals. But sometimes one volume spike might be there, just like we saw on RIVN, and then the volume dies down, which also means that the momentum died down to the upside. So it might be a better idea to keep an eye on it around this level. It's still under this level, remember, 51.20, and the VWAP 51.50. So if the volume isn't consistent, that's not good for it. Because this volume coming in is not much of a volume, to be honest. This one, not really much of a volume. The one thing to keep an eye on it is what happens after this. What happens after? So if this volume comes in and takes the high of this volume, then that's consistency with this move up. Now, on the flip side, if this volume comes and takes over the previous volume and it goes down, that's also a sign that this weak pressure came in and more sellers came in. So you have to remember, it's not just the volume going up. And if the volume goes up and the price isn't doing what you expect it to do, trying to think of the opposite, right? That's good. Yeah. So you didn't catch any of the Facebook? Unfortunately, you missed the main one. Yeah, that was a good decent, especially with the ad. Beautiful. By the way, so where is he? Our James Oasis. So is everybody else's. Okay, you see that you. I'll come back to James if he's available. I want to talk to him about something here. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? On this on FB, on my ad, yeah. And I did mention it on the stream, like if it does that, this and that. So that's pretty much the idea behind the second variation on PDB-AW. Do you know what I'm talking about on Facebook? You. Let's have a look at you. Okay, there we go. You see this? So now you cannot be paying too much attention to one volume spike. In fact, if the volume spike doesn't continue, that just means that it's either chop or it's just one last gasp of push. In this case, that was the case. One spike on the volume and it barely made anywhere, and then it just continues to get into that chop. Or maybe even this is the continuation of the going down momentum. Before that, again, we need that consistency in the volume. Now, same thing happened, remember, on RIVN. You see this one, right? This spike here. This spike here was the biggest out of the last 4, 5, 10 candles this volume spike. And I was really happy with it once I saw that. But once I saw that the volume spike didn't actually have momentum, like this didn't actually have consistency, it was just one off, that's when I was a bit like, this is not good. Right? If we had consistency in the volume and this was anywhere red, I would be quite comfortable adding to it as well. Okay, so which one I was talking about for James? Yeah, this one. So let's do that. Okay, so let's mark this up. Yeah, it's definitely is. Yeah, second variation. I was gonna. Yeah. Yeah, the move, was there, but the thing is, it wasn't the cleanest. There were far better ones that looked better. But if you look at the percentage wise, even dollar amount was good enough. The move was good enough actually to take anything. It's what happened after the move is what's interesting. If you paid attention. Oh no, I was just mentioning about the yeah. You were right about the PBW second variation thing. Yeah, yeah. The move could have been better. The initial move could have been better, but it's what happened after the move. After the move, this area here, the price action here was very clean, and the ad is really beautiful as well. So FP is staying strong right now, over 200. Here's the thing: breaks 200, comes back to 200, creates a nice little reversal bar or candle, what you want to call it, and just carries on. So it's quietly very compared to SPY or others, it's relatively strong. Let's have a look at AMD. Pretty similar price action, but Facebook definitely is cleaner. Peloton is also trying to take out the highs. Yeah, Peloton is just taken out. Oh, I actually watched it a bit late. So you see the volume coming in right now. It'll be interesting to watch this. Peloton, I was expecting a bit of a bounce coming into this, but we are at the high of day. We have to have quite a bit of volume for us to break this, and then we've got 1250. So yeah, quite a bit of room to the upside if it does break it. So interesting. This one looks interesting. So we've got 1230 to 1180. So 50 cents stop almost. 50 cents stop. Too late. Too late. Just watched it a bit late. Damn it. That's fine. We good. Oh, that's good. The ad area is actually a better entry, to be honest. Much better and much confirmed entry by the tape and also the price action. I like to see that on every single one of the PPAW strategy. But sometimes you don't get that though, that's the problem. That's why I start with the variation one and then add to second if I see one. Peloton quite choppy. EVAX just filled the gap, so that's done. We shouldn't be looking at that. EVAX. Oh, this is the one I was mentioning. Look at this, guys. I mean, if you were here for the pre-market analysis, I was mentioning somewhere around here, around there. This is all-day fader written all over it, so this might fill the gap. So we're talking, it's almost filling the gap. Another 20 cents to go. So that's done. You can't touch that. Just a bit of a brag. Uber is interesting. Uber right now is interesting. Uber, I want to short Uber 24s, just over 24s. I'm gonna try over, guys, 24s. I'm trying to short Uber. 24. Wow, 2401 is holding strongly. 2401 is holding strong, so you want to watch that level there. Oh, this will be a good level to watch for level 2. You see this level 2401? Oh, that's interesting. That's why you gotta be understanding tape as well. You gotta understand the tape a little bit. Right there, you see the intraday level. Forget about what happened here. Boom, 1. Right to the tick, 2401, 2401, 2401. 3 times it completely bounces off of it. So now there's numbers there, yes. But is it still there once it gets back to it? That's the question. Let's try. It's coming back now. I'm gonna start a bit early. 2407s or 6 is fine. Or 7s. Okay. So I started early. This might be too early, but remember this is an early entry. Very early entry. The entry, real entry is under the 24. Once it breaks, I'm gonna enter again. Add again. So it's very quick, guys. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen very quick. Yes, 24. Okay. 24 add. 24 is holding as well. I hope that, yeah, 24 is holding, so 23.99 is holding as well. Pressure coming from the top. Bids are getting taken out. Yep, that's it. Okay, good. We have our stop just there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 23.94. I need it to be really washing towards that 23.80s. If not, then this might actually be still in chop, just like we saw on the RIVN. So the continuation to the downside should continue quite quickly. We're not risking a lot on this, about 20 cents. On average about 15 cents, I think, which is kind of okay. How do you get rid of this bloody time on... Anybody knows how to get rid of this time or date on Thinkorswim's time and sale? It just bothers me so much. Why do I need the time? It's changing every second anyways. Well, every millisecond. You see the problem is you can only do anything or changes to price or the total size. But there's no time here. I need to get rid of this. Anyways. So it's back to that 24 over 24, which I don't like to see, but I'm going to be slightly patient with it. As long as it's staying under 24s, under the VWAP, I'm okay with it. It might wick and come back as well, which is fine. Okay, so the rejection came in. I feel like Uber, although it's trying to follow maybe a little bit of a SPY's influence on it, but it seems like it wants to hold. So if that's the case, shorting might not be such a good idea on it, because anytime it's washing, SSR is on. Duh. Okay. Anyways, my stop is quite tight on it, so that's fine. I can handle that easily. Ooh. Uber. Let's have a look our Manos T-Doc. T-Doc right now. I don't like the daily. I don't like the intraday. Sorry, Mano. I just don't like the price action on it. Let's have a look at our Uber. Continue to watch this time around, and hopefully this is the real move. I'll explain. I'll try and explain why on T-Doc. It's just, yeah. There you go. It's just a feeling thing. I probably might not be able to explain. It's just a feeling thing. Anything I see straight away, if I don't like it, then I don't like it. I don't know whether it's art or not. I'm terrible at art anyways, but come on, Uber, drop to 23s and I'm okay with you today. 23 is ultimate target. I'll be fine. Yeah, I don't ask much. Just 23s. $1. There you go, Mano. There you go. Too many wicks, too many dodges. That's just, there's no edge there. The one that you want to be watching is if you have an edge. And it has to be cleaner moves if you're going to have an edge. Once you have a cleaner move, that means that it's respecting levels. It's respecting technical analysis. If you have wicks all over the place, that means there's games being played in that stock. Very simple. Hopefully that explains it. Yes, sir. Once it gets to 23, I might. I'll, it might be enough for a steak or two. Okay, partial coming in right now. 23.88. 23.88. Catching, baby. There we go. Sorry, a bit late. A bit delayed. But 23.88 is the 88 is the partial, first partial. Still not out the woods. If it breaks 24.10s now, even if it breaks above 24s, I'll be a bit careful on it. But most importantly, 24.10s needs to break for me to get out of this. Yeah. Anyways, that Uber itself is paying me, so I think I'm all right. I could probably send you quite a few free vouchers. What do you say? Peloton, guys, Peloton is the one that I was mentioning. Looks strong and it wants to fill the gap. There it goes. This is stable move. This is what it did. I wasn't paying attention to honestly, but this is not stable, guys. The difference between this, and this is quite a bit. You see this? You see, this is what you get. So that's basically stable move up that's just parabolic. Usually you will get that after that parabolic, or maybe in continuation, right? So if you are in on a stock like that, you want to be utilizing the swing lows for a stop, trailing stop, and usually will work out fine. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, make them pay me. They should start paying me now. Actually, somebody is paying me. I mean, it's not nice to say, but I don't care who pays me. I don't know them. It's all business, man. Don't take it personally. Sorry, Mano. I'm pulling your leg, man, because I know you did pay someone earlier, didn't you, on Uber? Oh no, it was break even. It was break even. I wasn't really 100% on you, but it's kind of after this move. You see the grind down. So that last volume gasp or spike was actually true. So much so that actually was the previous high, and it never got back to it. So I know there's a lot of things to learn and take note of, but eventually small little hints and tricks or hints and guys you can actually sort of pay attention to, that's going to save you a lot of money and hopefully make you a lot. Yeah, sometimes my broker as well. When I use CFD trading, that's also you're actually fighting against the broker for sure. And I love to win against them. I love most of my shorts that I can short from CFDs, I'll short with them because there's no borrow cost or anything. It's free to short basically. The only difference is you won't be able to have a limit order. You most likely will always have a market order or the the worst price basically, which is why I like to trade 1 cent spread or things like that. If it's more than that, then I'll use other platforms. There goes my baby Uber. Ooh, FB looking for a big head and shoulder, guys. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Boom, 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 boom. Target is here. Yeah, Mano, that's a great way to approach it. But also, as long as you're losing less, see, this is the sequence of a trader, or this is basically the steps of a trader. If you keep it simple, you will start to lose a lot. Your accuracy will be very low, and then slowly, if you start doing the right things, obviously following YB, but if you start doing the right things, you will go to the next level, which is to basically losing less, right? And then you will eventually, after years, you will eventually get to a point where you will be break even constantly, weeks, right? That's when you want to actually put the real money. What I'm saying is real money as in your investment to make money, right? Initially, also, you want to be putting real money, yes, but like $10, $20, $10, $20, not more than that. Anything above $20 is silly, in my opinion. There goes my Uber. So, for sure, this looks short opportunity right here, guys, right now. 199.65. So I'm just a bit late. I probably might not take this, but I feel like I want to. My real partial will be coming on Uber soon, so that was just a joke partial, about 10-15%. I feel like I should take it now. 2371s on Uber, sorry. 2371s. Now this partial is more like a partial, basically. So I'm left with, I would say, another 40%. 2350 will be a good idea for partial, and 23 itself, 2306 is the ultimate target. Uh, 2% is too big. 2% is big. That's too big. You don't want to get used to that 2%. You want to do 0.5%. If anything, you want to stretch it. 1% is the max. That's its worst case scenario. Don't get used to 2%. No, I don't agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. See, this is the thing. That's why you will lose. You will lose a lot. You will lose consistently because you're fighting constantly with your broker. The reason why I say that is if you risk $10, $20, you will have to have a big move for you to make profit from it, taking away your commissions. Yes, I understand that. But at the level where you're not consistent, you're consistently hitting your strategies, and if you don't have a game plan written out in your mind or somewhere else where you know exactly what you need to do, what your edge is, what your data results are, what's good, what's not, which part of the day you're good at, which strategy you're good at, what time frame, all those questions needs to be answered very, very quickly and naturally. If you don't answer them, I wouldn't put any money. When I say any money, it's real money, like proper, risking $100,000-$200,000 per trade. Until then, just survive. It's all about surviving to get to the next level. Once you start getting to the next level, it becomes slightly easier, but it's never like a big change. You probably wouldn't even notice that it's happening because it's a gradual change, right? There goes my Uber. Time to take another 20% off. 2350s. Come on, Uber. Let's go, baby. Uh, 2% including fees, that makes sense if you're risking small amount, yes. 2% including, yeah. But trying to keep it to 0.5% if you can. I know, difficult, I've been there. It's extremely hard to come out of the commissions. Extremely hard. But don't look at it that way. Look at it from the perspective of, was your trades setup successful? What's the win percent? You need to track your trades. That's the benefit you're going to get from those while not losing a lot of money, while surviving in that first 2 years. I know, 100%. I've been there. I just told myself this is impossible. It is impossible to make it almost impossible. Not impossible, almost. 2350. Okay. Very hard to make it. Very hard to make it with small money. Unless you go for specific strategies which involves very risky. Okay, 2351, third partial out, very good trade. I'm really happy with this. It's been a while since I've seen my third partial come in for any of the trades lately. That's my 2350 third partial. Now, first partial, this one was just a little bit of a like a iffy partial. Usually my second partial or the third in between that is the massive one. This is the good one. So anything after that is a big bonus. So now I'm just gonna wait for that 23 to hit. Either that hits or my trailing stop gets hit above 20 EMA. So even if it does come back and hits me, I'm still good with this trade. I am still way up. Yeah, you gotta help me out here. Just tell it to go down to 23, then I'm off. Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, that was for the third partial. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this much of a clean move. Earlier it wasn't that clean. I wasn't liking the price action, but since it rejected right there, and then came back down, that's when I was like, okay, this is looking good. It's looking juicy. Well, it's getting to my my ultimate target. It might actually go 2336. Come on, 2320s, 10s, close to anywhere here. I'll take you, buddy. And I'll be done for the day. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to it. It was the gap. The gap is at 2304. Because I was looking at the close, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's gap fill. But it's not because of that. I mean, gap fill sometimes could happen. I feel like there's no other really sort of resistance or support there to stop it. Unless obviously SPY starts to, reverse back again, V reversal. Yeah. Yeah, that's important to keep an eye on that volume came in at that level, yeah. How long have you been trading, Manu? And how did you find my channel? Or you've been here for a while, right? With the Discord. Were you here before when we were like streaming before on the first channel? 2335 32. Come on, Uber. 2330s. Oh, 5 months. Awesome. 5 months, still young. You're a baby. You still have a lot to learn, a lot of experiences to be experienced. 5 months, yeah. Take it easy, take your time, survive. That's the whole game at the moment for you. Don't rush anything. Don't you think you found a setup or strategy and you're just gonna start risking hundreds of dollars per trade? No, it doesn't work like that. Your mind has to take in the whole steps slowly. If you don't, then you're gonna struggle big time. Anybody will struggle, because let's say if you want to learn a new thing and make it a habit, it's going to take a long time. Like for example, let's say $100 might look for someone big, for someone who's trading thousands of risks, $100 doesn't look that big anymore, right? So it takes time. Slowly you have to gradually get there. As long as you keep on like having screen time and you're in the right place, you should be good. Yes, sir, Mano, that's more like it. Still better than me when I started out. That's definitely better than me. 5 months. You're still holding on. Dude, by 5 months, I must have, I don't know, blown about 2 accounts. No, actually, I didn't. I don't think I've started trading until 6 months or so. All right, another partial coming in. Maybe pretty much everything or very close to everything is coming up. 2320s, right about. Let's see, 22. Just. My 23 is coming. My 23 seems like it's coming. I don't mind 2310. I'm not too fussy. Give me 2310. 12. I'll take 12. 2312. Come on, 18 is holding though. 18 is all 17s. Come on, come on. Look at the reds you see on time and sale. Look at the reds. You don't want to see a lot of greens. Reds, red, reds, reds. 2316s getting hit. More of the 2316s get taken out with red. Then that's going to go to 23. Okay. 2319s, 20s. All right. Let's wait. 20 is about to take. Very, very close to it. I'm very close to taking everything out, guys. For me, that's probably trade of the week, I guess. Come on, hit that 2015s, 2017s. Okay, I'm gonna wait up. So SPY is washing nicely, so this should help it. Take out 2317. Come on. You don't wanna? Okay. As soon as I take it off, it's gonna go down to 23. That's what I'm worried about. But 318 is holding, 17 is holding. 17 is holding strongly though. 18 is building up. Right. Guys, I'm okay with this. I'm gonna take everything out. 23, 18, 19. I'm out. 19. So I'm out on this candle fully, completely out. So now on this one, let's have a look. Right. On this one, we have the risk like that. And then the reward is about, I would say this much. About more than 3 hours or something like that. It could be more than that, but I'm just giving you a visual idea of the risk to reward. Okay. Now this is not so true, this risk, because when I do take trades, when it starts to go against me, I'll probably take out here, anywhere there, right? So this always could be lower than that, but you know, nevertheless, I'm okay with that. Beautiful, beautiful. There you go. You see, once I took it out, it's gonna go down to 23s and even more. Thank you, Uber. Right, so that's my Uber trade done. That's about plus 3R for the day. Yeah, I might as well do the recap quickly. So you were here for plus 3R trade. I think that might be more than that, but 3R, okay. 3R, I'll take that. Dude, Uber, I don't want to see that. Don't do that, buddy. Let's plus 3R on Uber. What else did we trade? FB. FB was also a good one because of the ad. I just couldn't resist myself adding after the price action was really rejecting nicely from 199s. So that was a really decent trade. The stop was over at the break of the VWAP at that point. So again, about 2 hours on this, I would say, because we did most of, yeah, very close to 2 hours. Not too shabby for Facebook. I was kind of hoping better reward on Facebook, but 2 hours, I'll take that. And the only loser, which is not even a loser, I wouldn't call it a loser. This like minus 2, minus 0.3 R or something, minus 0.3 R. Now, why do I say that? Well, it's because my original stop for this one was over here on the breakout, so it could be anywhere 23.85s, somewhere there. So as you can see, if that had gotten taken out, then that would have been my 1R. That was the trade. Plus, I was going to add to this. So, and then it just just curls back up. I don't like the price action. The volume, it just wasn't really sort of looking good for a short. And I just exited here. Saw this swing high. Rejection came in. So I put my stop behind that and it got taken out. 23.55 around that area. So around what, 10 cents? 10 cents loser for a potential. Now this, if this had worked out, my first partial was 23s. So the first partial being 23, and then the next probably 22.50s, somewhere there just before this line here, and then 22s. So it probably would have hit my everything. So if I had won on that one, that's probably would have been about 4 hour trade as well. But overall, generally, I think today about 5 hour, close to 4.5 hour for the day. Thanks to Uber. Oh, no worries, man. Take it easy, man. I'll see you tomorrow, yeah? Best of luck. Have a good rest of the day. I'm going to be heading out soon as well. Just need to finish out the... So, plus, I would say, plus 4.5 R for the day. Not too bad. Yep, that's the result for the day, guys. Any questions? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How did it work out? The shout out on Facebook. Oh, beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Look at that target, bro. Oh my goodness. My own trade, I didn't take it. Shit. That's full of money, bro. Anyways. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I almost took it, Yeah, James, I almost took this right here. I really just was about a second away from it. Yeah, it did look alright to me at that point. Perfect. Anyways, guys, I will leave you, and I will see you tomorrow 9 a.m. EST. Take it easy, guys, and stay safe out there.